like we don't do nothing around here. We work. So, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, oh boy, here we go. Shake it. That last drop. Before we get started on what this blah blah blah, let's bounce stuff with trans. Take a peek. Take a peek. Take a peek. This spring right here is the spring that came out of the slider. So I want you to look at how much it's already lost tension or pressed in. Now, every one of these I just grabbed these random springs out of my spring pile, and every one of these are wider out. Therefore, you know, they're extended out more than this. So we're gonna put one of these. I don't have any of the double-ended, which I like, which are like factory stuff. If you look at this one, it's got a tang on each end. I just like that better, but all of the new stuff has a one end and the other end is just flat. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna pick the best one. I've got more springs, but I'm just gonna pick like the best one out of these and put it in there and see how it runs. But I'm definitely looking at this going, I'm looking at you, kid, that was maybe causing some of our issue, where the keys were either hanging out and not allowing it to slide correctly. Again, I'm no expert working on these. I'm just a doofus like everybody else that literally watched the handling video, and as you break or have more issues and you start looking at things more closely, you start seeing little differences, or as you get a buildup of parts, you start seeing things and you start learning a little bit. Again, I highly recommend the handling video. It's concise information. I wish Bob had put it on YouTube, because it is such a great video from a tutorial standpoint. It's so simple, step by step. I mean, it's just great. He doesn't skip anything, shows you things to look for. I mean, it's just a great video. It's just a shame that it's like on DVD, but that's a damn good video. He knocked it out of the park on that one. So, and I'm terrible about watching stuff like that, you know, like you just mind starts wandering and stuff, but that's a damn good video. If it was on YouTube, holy crap, it need to have 1 million views. Well, I don't know if there's 1 million T5 guys out there, but anyway, all right, we're gonna put that in. We're gonna put this thing back together. Nah, we're not gonna clean that up. We don't really care. It doesn't make it go no faster. So anyway, that's what we found. That's what we think is the issue. We put it back together, different used shift fork with probably with fresh pads, and we'll put it back together and we'll take it to track and see what we did. Okay, so I think it had a substandard spring, or it just, you know, just got less springy. So we're gonna go with that deal, put it back together, and hope for the best. So what are we doing now? Well, we had taken the coilover stuff off of this car, the kit, and it's gonna put it on brain, stuff like that. So we're gonna put the coilover kit back on it so it'll actually, you know, sit under its own weight. And then we can also move it around, stuff like that, if we have to or want to. And we can also, look at it. Can't have this going on. Oh crap, there's a bolt there. Son of a gun. A fender bolt. We only need 1 or 2 of those anyway. Oh, here's another one. So we got the requisite amount of fender bolts. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, we need to put the front suspension together. I really kind of wanted to buy some new front springs for it, but I don't have to have them. It's just more of I really want them. There's other stuff that I want more. I can always change the springs out later. Kind of wanted to do it. You know, it's one of the things where it's all put together, but at some point, this thing's got factory struts. We've raced it with factory struts from the jump. It's been 141 with factory struts, so we're just gonna leave them on there. And we're just gonna put the springs on that we've got. We had them on here before. Never raced a car with tubular K member. The last time this car was at the track and made successful passes, it went 689, 685, 690. And that was with completely stock front suspension. Completely stock. Springs, struts, the whole deal. K-member, all of it completely stock. We put the tubular stuff on it and we never took it back. Like I say, it went 685 at 98 something mile an hour. We're not trying to, again, we've got a kind of a target ET range we want to be in. And you know, with the carbureted stuff, I think we're going to be too fast, but you don't know till you put it together and race it. So anyway, but we are putting the struts and stuff like that in it, or not struts, but the springs and the kit, tubular kit, or the coilover kit. Man, I'm all messed up. Fortunately, I bought replacement bearings and stuff from like UPR, so we have all that stuff. So that, like I say, we still got to put the, we got so much to do. Let me get to work. And what I've been doing today is not working on this car. So, damn. All right, we gotta get to work. We got one side semi bolted together. I mean, obviously we gotta set it and everything, but we can finish the other side up. We got some few things we gotta do before Teresa gets home, but at least it can sit on its own. And then we can set it up when we move it on the, get the engine in it and stuff like that. Then we can really get it the way we want it, so. It's also got to settle in the pockets. It'll take it a second. That one's pretty much almost all the way in. That one is not in yet. I have no idea what the spring rate on these damn things are. It's pretty stiff. If I'm guessing, I'm saying they weigh the same amount. These are a 12-inch. I've got a set of 14 175s, and they weigh as much as those at a 12-inch. So 200, 225 maybe. I don't know, maybe more. I don't know. I wanted to get different springs, but we got the budget. We can get those later. There's more important things I need, like a different steering wheel and crap like that. So it all makes sense to me, guys. Don't worry. You guys just let me build the cars, and then you can critique me in the comments. It's a good system. It's been working for a long time. We got other stuff to do. So, see you in the next clip. If you're new to the channel, this is one of the reasons why McNugget is a piece of crap. Look at the rust. Right here, I mean, this hole right here is just trash. The floorboards, honestly, are not bad. And this is considering I've left it, obviously, out in the weather. This is the deck lid that we had on McNugget. I think this actually came on this car. Check out the black GT taillights. Amir gave me these, I don't even know how long ago. It's been a long time. Believe it. And then, of course, the other side is just as bad. Or, honestly, it's worse. Look at this little piece of metal we put in there to just try and give some kind of anything. So it's hard to believe, but this car will run again. I know, right? But, and again, we are not trying to be like super duper fast, but I'm definitely afraid that we're going to be faster than what I want to be. But you know, that's just the way it is. Not doing it on technically purpose, but anyway. Yeah, like I say, this car ran 685 with stock K-member, and it's fuel injected, so there's a lot of different stuff on it. It's fuel injected. You can go back and look at the old combo and stuff like that. So we're not gonna have some of that stuff, and obviously different gear, different trans, blah, 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 blah. So, oh man. Yeah, why am I working on this? I should be working on that, because I'm a moron. At least we're not working on that. See? Look at that. Or that. Yeah, Anthony, I'm talking to you. So, all right, man. I don't even know why. I know why I'm doing. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it, because I'm stupid. All right, enough yakking. All right, we done popped the top, but we didn't pour it. So what are we doing? You know, we're chopping up this door. Now, here's the sad, if you want to call it sad part. These doors are kind of decent. I mean, I guess in the world of Mustang stuff. So we've already had a deuce strike. Oh, nobody said you can never double down on it. Because the door pillars are in such bad shape on McNugget, this is more of a necessity than a luxury. But when a necessity is a luxury, that we're double dipping. So yeah, we're not gonna go hog wild like we technically did on the first set of doors that we ever did, that are on Brain. We kind of did a bunch of different stuff, extra work. We're not trying to do that. We're just gonna give it the straight up cut. We're not gonna mess with the hinges. We may do some stuff a little bit here and there, but I don't think we're going to go too crazy. I don't foresee that, but it'll help keep the doors where every time we open the door, it's not trying to rip the car apart, or the door's not trying to fall off of it, at least in theory. And you know, and it takes weight off the car, so which will help. We're not really trying to go faster. This is, again, this is more because of the door pillars than, but I don't know, I'm probably really lying. I would do it regardless. You can always slow the car down. I mean, we could bump the timing back. We could unhook the back two barrels. Anyone ever had that? Anyone ever had that told to you? Like, I got the back two barrels unhooked. That's why it's not fast. That's old school right there. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna put on safety first, kids. And let's do a little whopping, chopping. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. So, the one thing we've got to do is we got to drill out the rivets for the glass, and then we can get everything out of there. And we've got one little piece right here that wasn't 100%. So let me drill them out, whatever. Long story short, we just cut the rivets out with the grinder. I mean, we honestly didn't even care if the glass broke, because we weren't going to use it. So anyway, let's, come on. All this, oh wow. We left a lot of door bar in there. Got the makings of us a racing door right here. At least it'll be where we won't try and tear the freaking door frame off. So, oh, good job to me. After further review, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. So, we got one door done. We got stuff done, struts done, coilover kit done. So we're still like all the cars, we're still a long ways away from being running. Man, we have got so much to do. I mean, oh God, I've really got to get busy. But oh well. I'm just tired when I get off work. Nobody wants to hear about that. They're tired when they get off work too. So we do need to start making some more headway. And like I said, we're going to order some acrylic. We're going to order some acrylic to do the windows, and then screw them in. We still got to take the molding off of it and off the other side. And so, and I'll just weigh it when I'm done with it. We'll see what we got. So, but it should be, you know, 40 pounds, something like that, 30, high 30s, something like that, maybe. So anyway, whatever. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. The description for the car is listed in the video description. Of course, once we're fully updated with what we're doing, I will change that, but it does have all the description of the old combination of when it ran before, when it's fuel injected and stuff like that. But especially, thanks for watching. Until next time on the Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos on this here man's YouTube. 1 year push rod 5.0 5-speed single plane intake Lincoln Town Cars, 4 drag vans, proud owner, proprietor, wiring specialist, premium lap dancer, and cook of Club Big Boost. As always, fight that good fight against them zombie Mustangs and that rascal Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video.